Good morning, everybody. I'm Nick with BackCountry Superfoods.
And I'm Lili. Welcome to episode 7.
Welcome to our camp spot. It's breakfast time. Today we're going to be talking gluten-free pancakes with some superfoods in it.
And some free camping near Payson.
Our grain-free pancakes, they're made out of almond flour, eggs, water, and some superfoods. We're going to be talking about 3 areas around Payson that have free camping. And these aren't the only free camp spots, but we thought we'd share these with you because these are places we've checked out personally. So these camp spots are accessible with both RV and just regular camping.
This is an area in which we have hiking trails near us.
Check out episode number 6 in the cave. Yeah, we're close to the ruins. We're close to the Arizona Trail, Tonto Natural Bridge, and pretty close to Fossil Creek as well. So there's quite a bit of stuff.
Plus, if you are RV camping and if you need to go to town is pretty close. You don't really have to drive much, so that's an advantage we have. And also we have a lot of areas in which we can explore. So that's pretty cool.
To get to Flowing Springs Campground, you drive 4.6 miles from the intersection of the 260 and 87, which is the main light in Payson that you'll hit. So you drive north from there 4.6 miles. You'll take a right on Flowing Springs Road. It's just down the hill.
If you are looking for a cell service, you're not really gonna find much. Every time that we find a spot, we want to make sure that we have signals. That way we can work online every time we're camping. But if you're not concerned about that, then that might be a good spot for you.
We did see like 4 to 6 camp spots down there. There might be more. We got in there at nighttime, so there's no telling.
Yeah, but there was actually the area was big.
Yeah, it seemed pretty wide open.
And even though we were driving with an RV, we were able to turn around no problem.
Spot number 2 that we would like to share with you is actually a very large area. It's NF 64, or National Forest Road 64. To get to NF 64, you can take either the 260 north out of Payson, or you can take the 260 east out of Payson. Depends on whichever way you want to go. If you go the north route towards Pine, it's about 12 miles to your turnoff, and it'll be on your right-hand side. If you take the other route, the eastern route, it'll be about 14 miles. But that'll be close to the cave where we did episode number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check out episode number 6, and that'll give you an idea of where NF 64 is.
We passed by that area, and there were definitely a lot of campers, either RV or tent. There are amazing views from different spots. There's actually water.
Along that road, about a third of it has Verizon signal. I can't say about the other companies out there.
The Highline Trail, it's really long. It's about 50 miles. Mm-hmm. So there are different trailheads. There's Pine Trailhead, on which we did an episode.
Episode number 5. Check it out.
There's Geronimo Trailhead, and there's actually water there. Mm-hmm. But there are different trailheads. Now,
we weren't able to get any signal over by the Geronimo Trailhead, just a heads up. I think there was an area near Washington Park where we had signal up on a hill. I wouldn't say that there was a whole lot of camping over near Washington Park, though. About a third of that NF 64 that runs from the 260 to the other 260 has cell service for Verizon customers. And it's very accessible with 2-wheel drive vehicles, RVs.
Yeah, it's a dirt road, and it's
well maintained.
Yes,
it's a very well maintained dirt road, and the bridges that you cross are awesome bridges. They're very well constructed. You're not going to be driving over these janky things like going to Canyon Lake.
And spot number 3.
Yep, place number 3 is where we're at right now. We are off of Payette Draw Road. So to get here from the center of town, which is where the 260 and 87 intersect, you drive 2.2 miles to Houston Mesa Road. Houston Mesa Road is where you see the Home Depot that's on the north side of Payson. You take a right just after the Home Depot, and you'll drive about 4.8 miles on Houston Mesa Road until you hit Payette Draw. It'll be like a Y intersection, and the right will be a dirt road, and the left will be Houston Mesa, and it'll still be paved. So take a right on Payette Draw, and that's where we're at right now. And it's a little bit lower in elevation, so you're not going to get as much pines, and you'll get more junipers.
It's not windy. The weather is changing because, you know, it's November already, but it feels pretty good. During the day, you can definitely just wear shorts if you want to. Nighttime, you might need to bundle up. But
Yeah,
it's still a great weather.
Yeah, we're about halfway through November right now, and this morning when I got up, it was pretty chilly, but it's still very doable. If you have an RV, it doesn't even matter. Like, you got a heater in there, you're fine. So
Yeah.
if you're camping, bring your cooler bag if you're going to be here in November. But in the middle of summer, if I were to pick a spot out of all the 3 places we talked about, and you're watching this and it's summertime, I would go over by the Geronimo Trailhead.
Yes.
Because it's a little higher in elevation. You got the pines to shade you, and you got the water. So that's my little input. But anyhow, back to Payette Draw Road. So Payette Draw Road is also NF 198. If you can't find Payette Draw, look for NF 198. It seems pretty accessible. We haven't been the whole way down it like we did the Fire Control Road 64. Ooh, wow, that fire's getting warm. And
That's a good fire.
that's a good fire. And but along Payette Draw, you are going to get more heavily used campsites. The campsite we have right now is very nice, but it was a little messy whenever we got here. And I think if you go far enough up Payette Draw, there's actually a river you can camp next to, or a creek.
So how are those pancakes?
So we've been experimenting with different types of grain-free pancakes because Lily is gluten intolerant, hurts her stomach. And we've tried a couple different mixes. Today we're just following a recipe that we found.
So I found this recipe on wellnessmama.com. And it just called for almond flour and water, eggs, and some spices. But I actually added a little bit more than that. I added the chia seeds, the blueberries, the almonds, and the
Stevia.
cinnamon and the stevia to make it a little bit sweet, because we kind of tried the first pancake and it didn't have that much.
Yeah, first pancake was a flop. You won't see that in the video.
But then the rest turned out pretty good. These are like grain-free, gluten-free, and dairy-free pancakes that are like fluffy.
They actually look like real pancakes, and
Yes.
they taste like real pancakes. They're not as fluffy because they don't have the gluten in them, the flour and the gluten to make them like what you would think of as super ultra fluffy pancakes. They're much more dense. You need a lot less of them to fill you up. Like regular pancakes, I need like 6 or 8 to fill me up. I had 4, and I'm stuffed. The recipe did turn out really well. It's just that the first one was an epic flop.
The first one was like, that's an ugly pancake. But then the next ones turn out like a regular pancake.
Yeah, really good.
And we try it and it's like, it tastes good. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time.
See you next time. Woohoo! Hey, Molly.